Hello everyone, I'm Steven from Tostemac. Originally this autism vlog was supposed to be about comedy, some of the do's and don'ts and what is comedy, but considering what has happened over the past couple of days, there comes a time when the laughter has to stop. On late Thursday, September 13th, 2018, a terrible storm known as the Category 4 Hurricane Florence had made landfall on the eastern coast of the United States, heading towards North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, as well as a few other states. Many people were forced to evacuate from those states, leaving behind their possessions, their homes, their favorite restaurants and favorite playgrounds before Hurricane Florence could arrive. At the moment of this recording, it is uncertain of what the total count is for how many people are missing, or God forbid, how many people were killed because of Hurricane Florence. And although there is no way to undo the damage that had been done, even though we can't expect things to go back to the way they were before, there are ways to make the loss easier to live with. And for those who have never been through a natural disaster before, there are things you can do to prepare. So tonight, me and a few other people from Facebook have taken some time to gather this information for this video tonight on how to survive a natural disaster. The first step for dealing with a natural disaster, or any emergency for that matter, is do not panic. Panic makes people make poor choices. Panic causes other people to get hurt. Only when you have a clear mind and a clear directive will you be able to make the right choices at the right time. Usually the first step of not panicking is accepting the reality around you. Whatever natural disaster is coming, be it either a hurricane or an earthquake or a tornado or any emergency, this is not a dream, this is not a PSA video, and it's certainly not a drill. This is real. And the choices you make in the next few moments can determine whether or not you and your loved ones will be able to get out of the emergency safely. Once you've accepted the reality of the situation, you can start proceeding to the next steps. The next one being getting the materials ready. If you pay attention to the news, you should be able to know days in advance on whether or not something like a hurricane or a tornado is heading your way. If you get news that something like that is heading in your direction, that's your cue to go to your nearest grocery store, be it either Sam's Club, Costco, or whichever one's closest to you, and get the bare essentials that you'll need to outlast the storm. The longer you wait, the less likely the materials will be there for you, and the harder it's going to be. A couple of people on Facebook, like Melissa Herring, have made some recommendations. Melissa writes, "I'm in Virginia, have bottled water, non-perishable food, a manual can opener, and have charcoal or propane for your grill for after rain stops and if there's no electricity. Baby wipes for hygiene. If you have a load or top load washing machine, you can fill it with ice and use it as a cooler for drinks and lunch meat. Freeze a small cup of water and place a penny on top once frozen. If the penny is still on top, once it's all said and done, then your stuff in the freezer is fine. But if it's at the bottom of the cup, then you know everything is defrosted and has to be thrown out. If water being cut off is a possibility, then fill buckets, trash cans with water and place by toilets for flushing. Wash all clothes beforehand in case you have no electricity for a while. Vacuum/clean house beforehand as well for the same reason. Buy pet food if you have pets, and fill any needed prescriptions beforehand." We also have Brittany Summer, who also writes, "Make sure your car is gassed up as well in case you need to evacuate. Gas might be hard to find during or after, so get gas beforehand. Get bottled water and non-perishables and food you can prepare in case power goes out, and stuff you won't mind being stuck with eating for a week. Get plenty of candles and batteries for any flashlights. Also, it's a good idea to refill any meds you might potentially run out of in case everything's closed for an extended period. And bring your pets in. Make sure they're taken care of too." These are all good suggestions, and there are a few others like portable battery chargers and especially a first aid kit. In fact, someone had linked to me an article going over a list of other things you might need or other things you'll want to prepare ahead of time. I'll leave a link for that in the description down below for you to check out at your own leisure. Once you have all the materials needed, it is then time to proceed to the next step, which is being prepared. Have all the materials ready at a moment's notice, fill the bathtub with water in case the power goes out and you still need drinking water, and be prepared to evacuate on a moment's notice. Also, if you have kids, be sure to let them know that everything's going to be fine, like Jennifer Nichols did. She writes, "We keep the information to a minimum, keep it low-key, and present it with confidence. We reassure multiple times that we are going to do everything we can to protect those we love. We allow her to help in preparation, such as putting all the flashlights in one place, helping us gather food we all like. We involve her in the preparations and emphasize being prepared." And the key phrase to take away from this is helping with preparations. If your children are able to, have them help out too. Not only is it good to have an extra set of hands, but it also fills them with confidence and a sense of security. In times of emergencies or natural disasters, it's easy for us to feel powerless, helpless. Like no matter what we do, there is nothing that can be done to change what's going to happen to them. By the simple act of letting them help, you are not only assuring productivity, but you're also giving them back a sense of confidence and a sense of security. And that little bit of confidence can go a long way. Most of all, pay attention to what your state is telling you. If they're telling you to evacuate, that means evacuate now. Get all the materials you need, get everyone on board, including your pets, and go. Because if they're telling you to get out, they're telling you that the storm's heading your way and there's no guarantee that anyone left behind will even survive the hurricane or whatever natural disaster, to put it bluntly. Be sure you evacuate as soon as possible, because the longer you wait, the harder it's going to get. And you may be tempted to take certain things with you, like your plasma screen TV or your favorite video game console or collection of certain things. But remember, items can be replaced and houses can be replaced. People and pets, they cannot. Once you begin the evacuation, some officials may tell you where exactly to go, or sometimes you may already have a place in mind to avoid the natural disaster. Like Christy Whitliff over here. She writes, "I live on Clearwater Beach, Florida, and we always evacuate. No AC, no Wi-Fi, and no lights or TV would be way too much for my son. So we go to a hotel or a friend's house up north and make it a special vacation, making sure to take all necessary toys, dog, pillows, and special blankets, and things from home to make it homey and fun. Whatever the case may be sure you get out of the danger zone. Get out of the way of the natural disaster, that way you don't get caught up in the chaos. Finally, when all is said and done, when the storm has come and gone, the final step to all this is to keep forging on. For many, this is the most difficult step. It's difficult to look towards the future when what lies behind you is destruction and loss. The night is always darkest before the dawn, but no matter how bad things get, the dawn will always come. So stand back up, keep forging on, and in the event where you find it difficult to keep moving on by yourself, don't be afraid to ask for help. Because the wonderful thing about not just America, but the whole world, humanity in general, is that despite the bigotry, despite the politics, despite the bullshit you hear on the news, despite the prejudice and the racism, there are people that are ready to believe in good, ready to lend a helping hand to those in need, even though they have nothing to gain from it. So the help is there, and things will get better for you. But only if you keep forging on. If you never stop moving forward. This concludes the video on how to survive a natural disaster. I'd like to take a moment to thank everyone who participated in making this video possible, and I'd like to thank all of you for taking time to watch this video. I know that by the time of this posting, this video will come too late for so many. My heart goes out to those who have suffered at the hands of Hurricane Florence. And this video will always be available to those who need it but I pray the day never comes when you have to use it. Usually at the end of the video, I would ask people to subscribe to the channel, but I'm not going to do that this time. That'd be inappropriate. But there is one thing I will ask from all of you. If you see a GoFundMe page or some charity event where you can give money to those who have suffered because of Hurricane Florence, please do so. Donate money to help those who currently cannot help themselves, because a little bit of help can go a long way. And that's it for now. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this information helps. And until the next video, stay safe out there.